Welcome back. Today we're going to be doing some good old-fashioned. Why? Because I hate women, of course. I'm a bigot. Why not? All of that. And to do this, I'm going to need a sandwich. Oh, sandwich wench?
I wonder what's on today that I can make a response video to.
Inside every single woman out there are hormones called copulins that are used to drug a man and control his mind.
Well, that was the most ass-backwards thing I've ever heard. Oh, Ichabod is calling me. Make me a sandwich, slave.
That is Minty Fox. She, along with her boyfriend Ichabod, covered the very first response video done to me by some guy. He made a 40-minute video to my 20-minute video where he essentially kept saying, and that's not how it is. Thank you. That's amazing. Oh, and the only thing I can remember from that was, I'm a right-wing paranoid reactionary fuckwit. Not necessarily in that order, but I'm something like that. Anyway, go subscribe to Minty Fox. Please check her out. Channel link below. Now let's get on with this old-fashioned.
I just wanted to make a video real quick because I keep seeing videos from women who are talking about why they're not feminists.
And I suppose you're going to tell me, or tell the viewers, that they are wrong to not want to either associate with the label or identify as a feminist.
I don't think people understand what feminism is.
Well, then it is your job as a feminist to tell me what feminism is, so I can then better decide whether or not I want to either be a feminist, associate with the label, or be the hateful bigot I am known to be. Oh, and if you've noticed or will notice any future jump cuts, it's because there's a lot of dead air in this video. I don't want it, so I want to remove it.
Because feminism is not about women being superior to men. It's about wanting equal rights.
Are there any rights you're currently denied?
It's about wanting to be treated with respect. It's about wanting to be treated like we're human and have the same rights as men do.
You do have all the same rights men do, and you don't get respect, you earn respect. Never expect nor demand it. Anything. Never expect nor demand anything.
Things like equal pay, things like not paying taxes for tampons as taxed as a luxury.
The equal pay for equal work thing has been overdone so many times, and if you haven't noticed it by now or bothered to look at it yourself, I'm not going to help re-educate you on it. On the subject of luxury items, I never quite understood how something for a biological process was a luxury item.
Things like healthcare, but feminists do not only tackle issues that deal specifically with women.
Oh, please tell. You've now piqued my interest.
We also include men into the conversation, and we do tackle issues with men.
I might be misunderstanding you, so I'm going to ask. Do you mean the discussion on women's rights or the discussion on men's rights? And do you mean the conversation on women's rights or the conversation on men's rights? I feel like the specifics need to be addressed.
Because men do have problems.
Yes, they do, and I'm glad you said that. Just today I was watching videos by Bill Maher, Whoopi Goldberg, and the Young Turks, where the subject of rape popped up, and people like Bill Maher, Cenk, and Whoopi Goldberg performed a part of rape apologists superbly. It was infuriating. The law needs to be changed, by the way.
Most of those issues have to do with this toxic masculinity.
The one statement you made prior to this had so much potential, and then you said this and effectively neutralized everything you'd said before. Congratulations.
Which is saying that men cannot show any feminine aspects.
I feel like we need to find the most toxic male on the planet and have them grant consent for men to show feminine aspects. I wonder if Chuck Norris is available.
So it's still the feminine aspects that everybody has a problem with, but both men and women are feminine. Obviously, women are more feminine.
Hashtag not all.
And obviously, men and women are different.
That is true, but there are traits that are not unique to a gender. For example, stupidity. Men and women can be stupid.
But we are different and we are equal.
I feel like for your statement to make more sense, you should have said, yes, we are biologically different, but we should all be treated the same regardless of any difference. See, that's inclusive. Not just men and women.
Women are not lesser than a man. We are different.
Yes, you've already said this, and I want to embellish on it slightly. For example, employment preferences. Women, statistically, are more inclined to go for jobs in care than a man. Men are more inclined to go for engineering jobs than a woman. It's quite common, really, because of a certain desire to be more of a problem solver for a man and a nurturer for a woman. Sexist, I know, but what can you do? Oh, I know. Encourage more women into STEM. Problem solved. We just now need to get men to embrace the feminine aspects, and we'll have more male carers. Huzzah.
But we are also different from person to person.
That is again true, and it manifests typically as a preference when you choose things like love, employment, and lifestyle in general. But then, of course, when trends become apparent, some will take that as a negative and look to push it in another direction. Dictate culture, if you will.
Some men can be more feminine than some women. I don't understand why it's so hard to understand.
In this instance, it's really not.
Some problems for men that feminists do kind of get behind is the idea of toxic masculinity.
And here I was hoping you'd talk about the definition of the word rape in law. Maybe even male circumcision or genital mutilation. How about the draft? That's quite a common one, but no, toxic masculinity is your best example.
It's this men not being able to cry or show emotions.
From personal experience, I was in fact raised by a father up to the age of 10 with the belief that men should not show emotion. Thankfully, I never really bought into it, and my father respected that because I made my own choice. Turns out, if you get hurt enough, you do cry eventually.
Expectations to provide for women. If women were able to get a job making the same money as a man.
But what about a divorce? Say both the man and woman work. There are no children involved. Does the man still have to pay for the woman? Because typically in marriage and divorce courts, somebody has to pay up. And I've not seen many instances of it being the other way round.
Then we are able to provide for ourselves.
Oh, well, then we just need to fix this toxic masculinity and patriarchy then, so women can get the equal pay and no one has to pay out alimony. Fantastic.
We are able to drive now. We are able to work. It's not an automatic assumption that you have to pay for our meals on dates.
Yes, women in your country can drive legally. There are countries where it is illegal for women to drive. And as far as dating goes, I just want to use some misogyny for a moment. If a man pays for the date, then surely he's paid for the sex, right?
Another issue for men is feminists would like to see male birth control.
Another extremely important issue for men, of course. Now, we do have contraception in the form of a condom, but as we all know, they're not 100% effective. What a shame. What we need to do now is get more women into STEM, because only they will be able to solve this by creating a matchstick like the one that some girls can get, stick it in a guy's arm. This way we can avoid castrating men, so there's no risk at all of pregnancy.
Because plenty of men don't want their girl to get pregnant whenever they are having sex, and it shouldn't always be the woman's responsibility to not get pregnant.
To be fair, men can't get pregnant. And don't take for 1 second that Arnold Schwarzenegger film seriously. I have no idea how that baby was born. Possibly a B-section.
A problem for men and women is rape.
Right, yes, let's talk about this. In my country and yours, rape law is an absolute embarrassment. Let's talk about that.
And I believe until 2012, legally, men were not able by law to be raped, because the definition of rape was exclusive.
Oddly enough, in the United Kingdom, the only time a woman can be charged with rape is when she commissions a gang rape, which is rather irritating. There's no made to penetrate or forcible envelopment. And in the US, there is a whole list of circumstances on the FBI's website with what constitutes rape. There are no circumstances that are exclusive to women raping men.
Also, whenever men are raped by women, which does happen, the man is told to get over it because of this expectation of men that they are always wanting to have sex, and that if they have sex that they're lucky and should get over it. You see that a lot whenever female teachers have sex with or rape their students.
Now, it's very funny you should mention this, because today, on the 22nd of February 2017, I was being sent videos by a patron and a friend. The videos in question centered around Whoopi Goldberg saying it's not rape, Cenk performing rape apologetics because the 29-year-old female teacher was hot and the 15-year-old boy was, 15, and Bill Maher defending a 35-year-old teacher who got pregnant twice with a 13-year-old boy by saying, raped? Come on. I will leave links to all three of those videos below. Now, as far as I'm concerned, people in these positions that get to show the news in these ways in entertaining manners and talk about it, offer commentary on it, come at it from a position of it's not rape because it's a boy, or it's not rape because, the teacher's hot. It's not real rape because the definition does not include men being victims. But all three instances involved a minor. Those women should be on sex offenders registers and serve lengthy periods in prison. And I think one of them did. It is an absolute embarrassment to our society that where we've got people calling out for equality, instances like this happen. I can go one better. There was another one with a teacher, a 21-year-old teacher, who had sex with a 13-year-old student. She didn't go to prison because she was mentally immature, and the boy's father said it was a great learning experience for him. Normalized or what? What the actual fuck was that? I don't understand why people ignore this or treat it the way they do. Rape is rape, there's no other way of playing it. Anyway, there's a lot more to this video, but I don't want this to run on for too long. So if you want me to do the rest of this video, please let me know in the comments. And thank you all for listening. Yes, this was a bit more of a shitpost than usual, I was very busy.